For joining on to another video. This is part 2 of me trying to build a TCG website from scratch. In this phase we'll be building the website. I've decided that rather than annoy you with my voice for the entire duration of the website building process, which in this video is well over an hour, I've decided just to do a bit of a speed up and just narrate as we go over. I feel like that's going to be a lot more valuable, and I'm not going to get distracted and make some really careless errors like I do anyway over the course of the video. In this portion, I am just playing around with the templates in Wix, hoping that I can mimic the kind of design that I've already built up as a markup in Canva. You'll see that I'm using this quite lilac or violet color logo. Now this isn't the final design, I just wanted to get a color profile going. The real design will be hopefully a small design of a TCG player or TCG card binder dressed up as a D&D-esque mimic that a friend of mine will be marking up for me. I'd love to put that on a logo and some stickers to ship out with orders. Just messing around with some of the templates that Wix has to offer here. I found particular interest in this food store one just because it had a couple of banners that I really enjoyed. Now, I have played around with the Shopify builder and that was far too complex. I felt like I needed a lot of programming knowledge to get away with getting the most out of that website builder. But in this case, Wix offers me a handful of nice free templates to use, and because I'm only really selling a handful of really simple products and not offering, bespoke services or the like, I can probably get away with just having a few pages, a few product pages and a few categories, along with an about us and a contact us page. Now, as you can see here, I have accidentally deleted the entire website. And I have to start from scratch. I thought that by clicking the trash button that I have just removed my template and that I can start again. But I'm now going through the website building process, the website creation process entirely again, removing all the default products and putting mine back in. Now thankfully, I had only added in the booster box and the booster pack art for the Korean EV Heroes set. And because of that, I didn't lose a lot of progress, but I do feel like a bit of a noob. So we go back in, I set up my SKUs. I think it's really important to have a couple of products set up already, just so you've got a bit of, just so you can fill in your web page a bit. Nothing harder than trying to visualize your website without any of the products you're trying to sell. Now I already have 6 boxes of this product on the way on eBay. A mate of mine gave me a heads up that this product will be shortly going out of stock. And for the price that you're paying for the box, you get 30 small booster packs, which is a lot of enjoyment to be had on a stream or at home. And I'm hoping that I get to a point where we can open these up on a rip and ship stream on TikTok or on Twitch. Once I have enough of a following, opening just some random packs that I find here and there. I find this new template and I check out the mobile version for this hat store, and I feel like that's going to be the most worthwhile way. I think it's me writing a note suggesting that I've completely deleted the store and I have to start again. Thankfully it let me use the same name and we're right back into building. Again, very much following the same process. I just want to rip out the pieces of this template that I don't need, add in some colors, build on some product pages, and I just want to keep it really simple. I'm not going to build this out as a store just yet. I have to pay Wix money for premium, and so I can get my store, so I can process payments, and so that I can have my own domain. But just getting acquainted with the website builder is going to be really handy. And once I set up a template, all of the pages will come with that top header there. So once it's all built out, I won't have to worry about doing that again until the logo comes across and I can finally add a bit more personal style. I'm hoping that by speeding up this video you can see how the whole process comes together, sort of like a game of, what was it used to be called? It used to be called Sim City. It's nice to see everything coming together, much faster. You don't have to focus on all the small little crappy changes that I'm doing because I don't like textures or styles or colors. Going back and forward with my Canva quite a lot because I really want to reference that color and get that motif right. I love the idea of having my banner be almost like a neon sign that you would see in the night sky. Now the little 1, 2, 3, 4 on the side there doesn't really suit me all that much. Now this could really be anything. This is very much just a placeholder. I decided even after doing all this work in Canva that I don't really like the logo I've designed. And Canva's giving me a hard time about getting the background cut out of this image. Even though I have paid for the premium version, it's giving me this awful dull white background, and now all the letters are cut out poorly. Again, we don't really want this banner. I don't want any elements part of the template to be included. What I'm planning on doing is filming a couple of little promo videos that can be on display on the website, just in subtle ways. Just a bit of like a waterfall image of cards, collaging with a couple of playmats or a desk. Just a mixture of One Piece, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which will eventually be the products that I sell on the store. Wix is giving me a bit of a hard time here with the header design, and I'm having to Google to solve all of my problems, which is a pretty heavy running theme with me building this website. Again, don't be afraid if you don't know how to do most of these things. You can't really break anything unless you are like me and deleted the whole store in one go. But eventually you'll find yourself to something that you like, and I add and delete things and take advice and watch YouTube videos all while this process is happening. I've just got YouTube open on my other screen watching PokeNE. His website building tutorial has been more than fantastic, and I wouldn't be in this place if not for his wisdom and advice. Keep it simple. If I have any advice for you, I've been reviewing a lot of these rip and ship websites like Modest Flinch, Snorlax Cards. There was another, what was it? Crispy Rips. I've been reviewing a lot of these pages, and you're allowed to take elements of these pages that you like and ignore the things that you don't like. What I like about about some of those pages is that they keep it simple. They're only focused on the products that they're trying to sell you, or the products that they're trying to get onto the stream that day, but most of them have a fairly diverse range of products. What I'm going to be trying to avoid in these videos or building this website is that I found a lot of these pages don't really have a clear and concise way of telling you that they're a rip and ship website, or giving you the option of just buying a booster pack plain, or having the option to rip and ship it. When this is finally done and I've built out an appropriate sales page and a cart, every pack should have an option. Hey, would you like me to open this card on stream for you? And if you do, awesome. It'll be a different product code. It'll be a little bit more expensive just for the facility of opening the cards online or on TikTok. And that way it's clear the intention of each product. When you do set up your website, you will actually have to add Wix stores. Now the default setting for a Wix template is that it's just a plain website. It's just got a couple of pages with some information that you've loaded onto it, maybe some products. But to actually start selling, you need to have a store page. Each page that I'm setting up will have its own category. So booster boxes, booster packs, singles, the different languages that I've sorted things into. You just want to keep your user experience as clean as humanly possible. So my menu only really needs to contain a few items. There's booster boxes and booster packs. Those should really be the two modes that you're selling in bulk or single packs. Once the TikTok stream can start happening, once I actually hit that threshold, I think it's 500 likes or 500 follows before you can start going live. The idea would be selling a booster pack, making sure that people feel rewarded for spending a little bit of extra money, maybe having some giveaways or a bit of a bounty on some of the higher value cards, or maybe even a bit of a raffle for anyone who buys over a certain amount of product, just so people feel rewarded and they keep coming back. But like I said, a lot of these websites that I've reviewed don't really include this information. They're not offering this to you first and foremost. And mainly my issue with that is that people should be very well aware of the product that they're trying to purchase. If your goal, and my goal, is certainly to be purely selling based on the website, maybe 1 or 2 streams a week, the stream shouldn't be an expected product or a long-term product, because eventually you'd want to be at the size where you're just focusing on marketing, getting packs on the site, getting packs on the site and shipping orders. And as a one-man operation, I think starting off with a stream or starting off with the rip and ship is perfectly fine, builds a lot of attention, gets people knowing who you are in your face. But as a scalable business, it needs to be something that you can do very efficiently, and I think streaming all of your pack openings is probably not the best long-term solution. Again, here I am, I'm just adding in different menu items that I think customers are going to expect to see when they hit the website. And again, I really like that sort of neon sign motif. I think everything's clear. It's clear which page that you're on when you're on it. And eventually the booster boxes and booster pack items will drop down into the different languages or the different categories that I feel will be necessary for the page to be as fluid as possible. Like I said, I don't purport to know anything about Wix or how to build a website. This is my first real time building a website that I plan to use for commercial purposes. And so I'm just using the Wix resources to make sure that when I do set this up, I don't have to set up a bunch of different categories. One thing I can recommend to you when you are adding your products is just add as many categories as possible. In any way you can classify your products, make sure you do that as early on as you can, so that when you do go and you're adding categories or pages to your website, you've got plenty of options to choose from, and ones that feel right or that feel smart to click on. I think it's at this point, I've gone booster box category, booster pack category. I think for now, just messing with the colors, making sure everything feels like a good continuous flow through. I'll add other effects to this page, but the recording's about to tidy up, so I really appreciate you joining on. Hope you like and subscribe, and I will talk to you in a little while.